Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to break down some of these scanner alerts that you're seeing on this this window here. We've got multiple scans. I build this through Trade Ideas. We have our own scanners as well, and we have down below you'll see just this this active trade legend that's just going across, giving us our watch list and some of the tickers that are hot from the day before as well. But what we're looking at here is the gap list in the top right hand corner. We have OSS, ATOM, SEGG, AIFC. So these are our lead gappers, and they are basically leading in the sense that they are gapping up the most from open. So they've changed the most from the open time frame, which is around 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. These are our market scanners, so this is going to be a little bit different than our pre-market scanners. So if you're trading during the market hours, that's 9:30 a.m. Eastern time to 4 p.m. Eastern time. This is generally what you'll see. What we're looking at is this gap list showing us the change from the open and in order of the stock that is gapping up the most, which is OSS. Now, just because a stock is gapping up and just because we see it on this list does not make it tradable, right? Just because we get some alerts here like BNRG, volatility spike, or even this one, a squeeze potential alert says LHAI is worth watching, close over at 153, 160, 175. Just because we get these alerts, we don't just trade these alerts blindly, right? We are going to stick to our strategy, stick to what works, and stick to the rules of our strategy. That's how we establish consistency in this market. If you start to jump from strategy to strategy, if you start trading the 9 EMA, 20 EMA pullback, then the MACD strategy, then the stochastic crossover, then the RSI dip and RSI overbought, right? If you start jumping from strategy to strategy, you're going to have mixed results. That's just plain and simple. So that's something to get across if you're a newer trader or someone that's struggling to find consistency. If you're jumping from strategies, that could be the culprit there. That could be the problem. But let's take a look at some of these on a chart. Let's break it down and see, okay, OSS, it's our leading gapper on the day from the market open, right? So let's see, is it a tradable stock? Is it valuable? Is it something that's worthy of my trade? Well, we'll flip over to the screen here, top left here. Okay. All right, I've got my chart up. We've got a mess of indicators here. Let's switch to the right stock. So let's go to OSS. So OSS, okay, it's gapping up. We can see that immediately. We do have some signals here. We'll go over what these signals mean and what's happening. Now, a few things that I'm seeing right out the gate is that we have, this is listed on our Trend IQ. So we have indicators for our community. So if you don't have our elite membership, you don't have these indicators. So you'll see the chart just plain and simple like that, right? So this is a normal chart. The indicators that you're seeing, this is something that we build specifically for momentum trading and momentum setups, and really to help mitigate risk. We are always just trying to mitigate risk when trading these low float stocks because they can be very dangerous, right? If you don't know what you're doing. So these are the indicators. We've got the Trend IQ at the top. We've got the 1 minute Bullish Pivot Pro. We've got the confirmation support and resistance. We've got the key level spotter, the Bullish Bob oversold spotter. And we have the extended signal detector, right? So we have a number of indicators there. And down below, you'll see we have the dynamic volume histogram as well. Putting this into a simple explanation of what they're doing, the indicators are spotting trade setups real time and helping me mitigate risk, helping me stay in that trade and that trend for as long as possible before it's time to stop out. They're also giving me those warning signals that I am looking for. So before I take a setup, just because it's on our gap list, if we switch back to the gap list here, just because it's on the gap list does not mean it's tradable, right? So if we go back to the chart, the first thing that I'm seeing is we do not have any volume, right? We have very little volume. So on our volume histogram, we have color coded this, made it very simple. We are looking for during market hours, during this time that you see from this gray section, this is pre-market from here, this is 9:29, 9:30. So this candle here on, we're looking for high volume, right? So down here in this volume histogram, when I'm looking at this, I'm looking for those green histogram bars. We do have some green histogram bars, but we do have some yellow and red in here as well. And that means that we should trade with caution, extra caution, because it's lacking in the most important ingredient when it comes to day trading momentum. It's volume. We are lacking in volume. And because we're seeing this immediately right out of the gate, right off the jump, right, we are seeing that this is a high risk setup because we lack the volume. So that's number one. Number two, on our Trend IQ indicator, this trade type is listed as a continuation watch. Well, I like that, guys. That's my favorite type of setup. And if you don't know the difference from a bounce setup and a continuation setup, then head on over to bullishboblive.com. We've got tons of education over there that is dedicated to momentum trading, both for our free members, our premium members, and we have exclusive content for our elite members. But hop on over to the website, break down what is the difference. What is a bounce setup versus a continuation setup? Well, my favorite setup is a continuation setup. It's the type of setup that gives you the potential for that squeeze momentum that we love to see as low flow traders, right? So when I'm looking for these nice plays that will move 5%, 10%, 20% in a matter of minutes or less, typically it's something that's giving us that squeeze potential, that continuation watch setup. What that means is it's gapping above recent resistance, and that is what we love to see. So now we're getting those short sellers to stop out of their position, and it all of a sudden just sends the stock higher. Now, the only concern I have here, again, is that lack of volume. So no volume, no trade, low volume. Well, I have to make adjustments to my size and stop level. So again, knowing that we have low volume, that is the most important ingredient when it comes to successful trades in momentum trading, momentum setups. If you don't have volume, well, you're the only guy in the pool. You're the only guy that is, sitting there and wondering or thinking that, yeah, this is going to go up. Well, you don't want to be the first, guys. You don't. You want the market to tell you where that value is, and you want to trade the momentum as you see it and stick to the strategy rules. Now, low volume, we've got inconsistent volume here. That's a red flag. Immediately, I have to adjust my size and stop level. Like the fact that it's a continuation watch. And what that means is if we get above recent resistance, which we can see these lines and levels, if I rewind this chart back to where it started, let's rewind back to the start of the move right here where it first started, starts hitting our scanners at 9:30 right after market open. It says continuation watch, it says recent resistance through 12:21. We hit a high of 12:68. We have resistance at 12:75 right there. You can see that on the purple line here, this magenta line. Once we get above that 12.75, well, there is no other levels above. This is half and whole dollars, clear skies, blue skies, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't have any resistance. It doesn't have any bag holders. It doesn't have anything, any algorithmic computer saying it needs to sell at this level, needs to sell. There's nothing up there, right? So instead, we're looking for this to gap up and hold these levels. So as we close above 12.21, needs to hold that level. As we close above 12.75, we need to hold that level. So every resistance, once we close above on this 1 minute chart, this is a 1 minute time frame, we look at that to then hold as support. And that's one way to help mitigate risk, because what we're looking at is, okay, it's a clear, simple line in the sand. If it's above this line, I'll get into it for a long trade. If it goes down below this line, well, I stop out. It's clear and definitive of where do I get in and where do I get out if the plan doesn't work out, right? And we stick to our plan. That's how we stay consistent. Well, this one, let's hit play and see what happens. Continued. It hit that line. That is a target hit. So if you took this trade on a pullback, or even at this close above, looking at this as your next target, well, it hit the target. So this was a move that hit this target. It's only up 2%, but that's 30 cents per share. Quick scalp, right? 20 cents per share to the line. So a quick scalp there. It's not crazy, right? But it's a quick scalp. That's a minute candle. It took less than a minute or two, and you had profit on your trade. Take profit, lock it in, hold yourself a lot in case you think there's going to be continuation. Because again, there's clear skies here. We don't have anything in the way. So let's hit play. We then failed that level. Look at this, guys. So this closed above, right? So if I took this trade thinking it needs to hold this 12.75 and I didn't take it down here, I missed this entry. Well, 12.75 did not hold. I would exit my position right there. And that's what I mean about staying true to your rules. My rules say if I get in at 12.75, that's my line in the sand. Well, that's the same level I get out. So if it closes below, I get out. Closes above, I stay in, right? And stay in that position. Let's hit play here and see what happens. There's another opportunity. Closed above. There's our opportunity. We can get back in. We have these lines here on the key level spotter. This is our key level spotter, basically letting us know when it's going to become overbought or oversold, right? And in this case, it's going to become overbought. This is our profit target. This is our short watch. Once we get to that short watch, it's extremely overbought, and we want to be careful there. So it could be basically extended and need a breather. So let's go ahead, and if you guys can see this, I'll turn it on and off. You'll see exactly what I mean. Key level spotter, that's that indicator. So I'll hit play. Okay, there it is. Now what we're seeing here is we're seeing extended alerts. We're seeing BVT alerts. We're seeing these alerts that are basically signaling and letting us know you are extended. If you are in this trade, it might be a good idea to lock in some of that profit. If you're not in this trade and you're looking for an entry, maybe this isn't the best entry. And if it is an entry that you're willing to take, maybe you want to consider adjusting your size and stop level according to what you're seeing in front of you, right? So this is us assessing the conditions real time, watching what's happening and making our judgment based on what we're seeing. right? And that's how we trade. That's day trading. That's day trading in a nutshell. So we'll hit play here, pulled back, continued. And then right there, we're seeing a pivot zone being plotted here. We're seeing that we have a short signal now, a short trend signal. We had the BVT, we were extended, and now we get a little pullback right there. Now, this is something, if I'm in the trade, I would, again, lock in profit. That's where it's basically breaking this green trend, now has that red trend here, and that's dangerous, right? So it's dangerous for me to just keep holding. That's me basically saying, well, I think it's going to go up. Well, I don't trade based on my thoughts, guys. I trade based on the technicals. I'm a technical trader. I'm a technical breakout trader, a momentum trader, and squeeze potential is my favorite type of setup. This continuation type of setup is my favorite. So let's hit play. And we have another setup right there, closed above that pivot zone. Again, needs to stay above this pivot zone, needs to stay above this 1402. That's our support. In other words, if I get in there, my 1402 is the line in the sand. Below that, I get out. I don't care whether I'm wrong or right or what, it doesn't matter. I'm not trying to sit here and be like, I'm right all the time. That's not the case. Instead, what I'm doing is sticking to the strategy rules as I see it. So as we can see here, BVT alerts, if you haven't sold yet, good idea to lock in some profit. We are bullish vertical trending here and basically just gapping up. Now, again, one thing I want to point out here, guys, though, looking at this setup, low volume, right? So despite it having a decent move here and setting up and all that good stuff, right? This is a low quality setup. So don't fool yourself. You know, don't you get yourself a huge win on this move and be like, oh man, this continuation setup, it's the bee's knees. It's what I need to do all the time. Don't fool yourself, guys. This was a lower quality setup with the lack of volume that provided a high quality result. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But as day traders and as traders who are trying to mitigate risk every day, in and out, every trade, mitigate risk, that's our main focus. When we are trying to mitigate risk and we know the factors here, we know that has low volume, that's a red flag. Well, I'm adjusting my size. So I'm getting a small win on this, sure, lock in the profit, or I'm sitting out because it's just not worth my time, not worth my capital, not worth the risk that's involved with this type of setup. But this is a lower quality setup that worked out to be a high quality result, and there's nothing wrong with that, guys. If you capture that move, give yourself a pat on the back. Just understand what you're trading, and that's what I try to teach every day. I live trade every morning. I live trade from 7 a.m. on, and I try to teach this every day to our community. It doesn't matter what you're trading as long as you're sticking to your strategy rules. It doesn't matter how what strategy you're trading, as long as it's providing success and you're sticking to the strategy rules. It doesn't matter whether you're trading a lower quality setup as long as you're sticking to those rules and mitigating risk. So you can trade a lower quality setup, that's fine, as long as you're not taking your full size on every single setup you see, right? That's where it gets a little dangerous. So hitting play here. And let's move on, because this one we know it's low volume. Again, this is a lower quality setup. There's no more about this, right? Yes, it's in continuation. Yes, it has blue skies, clear skies, whatever you want to call it. No, it is not a high quality setup because we lack volume. So this is a lotto play or a quick trade play for myself, even though it's a continuation setup. So it's lacking the key substance there is going to be volume is what we're lacking. So back to the scanner. Let's check out another one here. ATOM. Let's check out ATOM and see how that one's doing. So let's flip back to the screen here. Let's type in ATOM. Let's quickly analyze this chart, and we'll do that with the rest of them just to sum up this video here so you guys don't have to spend too much time with me. All right, looking at the bottom, we have low volume. That's the first thing I want to look at. Volume, volume, volume. Number one ingredient, volume, right? We are lacking in volume. Okay, we have some volume, but it's inconsistent. And so I look at that as a red flag. We've got this choppy price action. Why? Because we've got a lack of volume. We have a larger float being shown here on the Trend IQ, and this is listed as a quick trade or lotto trade. This is not listed as continuation. The reason for it, we have recent resistance all the way through 1180. So if I pull this down a little bit, we have resistance all the way through this 1180 mark right here. So this is a cluster of resistance of bag holders that will chop up the price as we gap through it. So sure, there may be a trade or two on this. This is a low quality setup, something that I may avoid as it's not looking like a good setup for myself. So again, quickly assess that. It took maybe a minute at most. We're done. I'll move on. All right, let's go back to the scanner. Let's check SEGG. So back to the chart. SEGG. Take its time. Let's get out of this this rewind here. All right, SEGG, same thing. What do we see, guys? We see a lack of volume. It's clear. It's simple. We do have some volume spurts in here. This is on watch for continuation. I like that. This one has recent resistance through $1.63. The high today is $1.20. That's a red flag for me, guys. That means until we get to $1.63, which is this level right here, until we get through this cluster of resistance, this is a bounce play. And again, if you don't understand the difference from a bounce play and a continuation play, or a bounce setup and a continuation setup, guys, head over to bullishboblive.com. Start your education over there. Start learning real information that's actually applicable to what you're trading. Momentum, that's what we trade every single day live. This is something that I'm going over. And you can see the key zone up here, 163. So until we get up here, it doesn't matter how much volume we have. We are expecting choppy price action. So this is a quick trade or lotto trade until we get above that level. So this is not high quality at this time. WIMI. Let's type that one in. That's another one on the scanner. Low volume. Immediately we can assess that. $1.91 highs we can see on the side here. 247 recent resistance. That's going to be up in this area. So that means we are looking at a cluster of resistance with low volume. Again, another high risk setup. We'll do one more. AIFC. AIFC, first thing I notice, under $1. That's a red flag for me. Stocks under $1 are higher risk. And we can see low volume. So guys, you see how simple this is to assess these setups? And AIFC is showing a larger flow as well. So that's a concern of mine, and it is not going to be continuation setup. So guys, these are the concerns that I'm looking at. These are the things that I would be assessing whenever going over our gap list and whenever I'm deciding whether the trade is worthy of taking or not. So if it's not worthy of taking my trade, then I'm just going to sit out, right? Protect the capital, look for a higher quality setup. There's no one forcing us to trade every day, so we don't have to do that. But what we do want to do is trade our setup as we see it. We want to have conviction into our edge, and our edge is going to be our strategy and sticking to that strategy consistently. Guys, thank you for joining me today. If you learned anything, thumbs up the video. Let me know in the comments section, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.
Real momentum traders working together for the same reason. Make money and keep it. Visit bullishboblive.com today.